Welcome to the world of Final Fantasy XIV, where you can choose from a rich and diverse selection of playable races. Have you ever wanted to have your own cat girl or cat boy and make them fight literal gods? Now you can. Or maybe you'd like to be a tall and virile lizard man and spread horrors to the hearts of those who AFK by the Limsa Aetheryte. Did you know they have blue tones? It's a very important lore. You should know it. Whether you like being cute or strong or elegant, you'll find a playable race to suit your taste. You can fully immerse yourself into this fantasy world. And are you kidding with me right now? What? I just wanted to play a human. So you'll actually play a human in a fantasy game called Final Fantasy. It looks cool. You know what? Whatever. I give up. Hey, it's AVCat, and this is 10 reasons why you should play a Hyur in Final Fantasy XIV. In this series, I support your Fantasia addiction. And knowing the statistics for Hyur players, you'll drink that Fantasia sooner or later. We just know you're gonna be a Mikote or a Nara by the time you reach the endgame. So sit back, sip on your Fantasia, and enjoy the ride. This one's for you. Reason 1. Boo, basic race. Hyur plays a human in a fantasy game. That's so basic. You're already a human in real life. Why would you play a human in a video game? Is that really your final fantasy? Being basic? I'll play this very attractive fantasy race, so I'm very unique, says every MMORPG player ever. And that's how we end up with city-states swarming with white-haired cat girls like my character. It's because we all are very unique and very imaginative and very, very special. And people call Hyur players basic? Really? Playing a human character in a fantasy world full of elves, cat girls, and bunny boys will instantly make your character more unique. And don't even get me started on those people who say human characters are boring. Have you never seen Lord of the Rings? Have you never met this man? If you think human characters are boring, you clearly haven't played through the Mandeville questline. And let me tell you, you are missing out. This questline has some of the most hilarious cutscenes in this game. Reason 2. You can make a self-insert character. Some people like to create original characters and experience their role-playing games through them. And some people like to create a version of themselves so they can fully immerse themselves into the game. I'm sorry to disappoint, but I'm not a cat girl in real life. This is not how I look, this is not how I dress. I'm in the first category. But there are times I create a version of my real-life self in video games too. Especially when I'm playing single-player role-playing games, I like to create a version of myself so I can feel like I'm right in there, in that world. I am that hero who slays that dragon. I'm the chosen one, for once, yay! If you like doing that and fully immersing yourself into the video games, then playing a Hyur might be the correct choice for you. Why not become the warrior of light yourself, like in those oversaturated isekai animes? They're popular for a reason. It's time for you to be the main character of the story. Reason 3. The CG warrior of light we see in the cutscenes and trailers is also a Hyur. He's also known as a Meteor Survivor or Hiroshi in the Japanese community. In the trailers, we see him shown alongside other characters including a Rogadin, an Elezen, a Seeker Mikote, and a Lalafell, though he is always the main focus. If you're one of those rare people and decided to play the game as the official warrior of light, then you have a surprise waiting for you in the Shadowbringers expansion. I won't spoil the story obviously, but I know for a fact you'll enjoy that expansion so much. Some of the cutscenes will feel a lot more personal for you. Reason 4. Hyurs have the best beard options. Okay, let's make this clear. We don't have many great beard options in 14. It's one of those things the character creation is lacking. Every face type have only one beard option you can use and you can't customize it. It's kind of like the Mikote's face markings or aura horns. It's annoying, we all know it. I hope they add more customization options in the future, whatever. That's not what we're talking about today. We may not have glorious spiking beards in 14, but if you're looking for a decent stubble to make you look like a rough warrior, then Hyurs have some good options for you. Especially the Highlander beards look so great and they look so good when combined with their strong features too. I don't know why they don't have eyebrows though, maybe they're just trying to compensate with their beards. Reason 5. Highlanders. Yep. That's it, that's the reason. Some of you asked me to make a separate video for Highlanders. I thought about it, but it would be unfair to the other races if I did that. So you get your separate reason instead. Like all the other playable races in 14, Hyur have two clans, Highlanders and Midlanders. Midlanders are innovators. Most of them are well-trained intellectuals, but they don't lift. Because they live all around the realm, they lack a cultural identity. But they are so quick to adapt to local customs and traditions whenever they settle. Highlanders, on the other hand, they are not the most elegant people in Eorzea, but they never skip the leg day. That's why they are also called Highlanders. They are thick. Their diet resembles those weirdos on TikTok who eat raw meat and butter sticks. They are the real primal warriors and they are known for their martial talents. They make the best sellswords and gladiators. They also make people thirsty, like really thirsty. Reason 6. Highlander Hempen Camise. I know this was one of the reasons in my Elezen video too, and my favorite version of this glamour is still the Elezen version. I won't be changing my mind anytime soon, but I know there are some people who go crazy over this Highlander version of this glamour. I can't just ignore them. I mean, look at it. It looks great. I get it. Those straps have to be powered by God and anime. I can't imagine this being comfortable, but at least it looks good. You can find different ways to combine it with the other clothing and make so many glamours with it. Reason 7. Hyur players don't have as many clipping issues with their clothing. Playing a race with a tail is all fun and games, until you see your character's tail clip through some plated armor. Then it starts triggering your OCD. I really love my character's tail, but I wish I could just hide it sometimes. Like, why? Why are you like this? If you just can't stand the clipping issues in video games, then Hyur is for you. They don't have crazy tails or horns, they are average height and can wear hats. Unless you choose a really long hairstyle, you won't have any clipping issues as a Hyur character. While some of the races look better in specific type of armor, Hyurs look good in all kinds of glamour. Except this abomination, of course. Please burn it. Reason 8. Hyurs, especially Highlanders, have some of the most animated animations. The way they jump around and cheer is so precious. They must be protected. Whoever animated them was given their 100% that day. They move and act like overgrown toddlers. It's adorable. Also, this Highlander dance is my favorite dance ever in this game. She looks like she's having so much fun, and the animation is so smooth, it's so satisfying to watch. Midlander animations are a bit more tame compared to the Highlanders, but it's still pretty good. It's strange how they decided to give them different animations. Midlander animations are a lot more elegant, and the females are almost princess-like. They ride side saddle in some of the mounts, and how can we forget about that anime schoolgirl run? All she's missing is a toast in her mouth. Reason 9. Muscle sliders. It's just unfair how not every race in 14 have this, and I have to mention this every single time. Hyurs are one of those lucky ones who have muscle sliders. It's exactly what it sounds like it is. A muscle slider. A slider for your muscles for you to slide. It makes your muscles big or small. Incredible, isn't it? Mind-blowing. I feel deeply tantalized. Reason 10. Yep, it's time for me to ramble about roleplay again. I know not everyone cares about roleplaying, but there's a huge roleplay community in 14, and I'm one of them as well, so I might as well talk about it. Whenever you're new to a game or join a new fantasy setting where you don't know the lore much, roleplaying as a human or a human-like character is usually the safest option. Final Fantasy XIV is one of those cases. Hyurs can be found all around the Eorzea, and because they don't have a specific culture, you can do whatever you feel like doing with them. Their lore is a lot more straightforward than other races. It leaves you more room to get creative with it and write your own backstory. So if you're trying to get into roleplaying in 14 and don't know where to start, playing a Hyur might make things easier for you. Not to plug my other videos, but I'll plug my other videos and say you can check my roleplay guides as well. They're pretty useful for complete beginners. And these are the reasons why you should play a Hyur in Final Fantasy XIV. Are you not convinced yet? Then you should see the rest of my 10 reasons series. I made a video about every Final Fantasy XIV race so you can decide which one you want to play as. This is the final video of the series for now, of course, because I'm still waiting for the female Rothgar to come out for the Rothgar video. Making this series was so fun for me, and I'm actually curious, did I make you Fantasia, or if I did, which race did you Fantasia to? Comment down below, and if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Stay cozy!